Right, this week I'm going to use a word that I don't think I've ever used for anything Disney Star Wars has done. There was a good scene this week. No, I'm to be fair, I'm doing that for dramatic effect. This was definitely an episode of two halves. One half was very nicely done. I'm just short of using the word awesome. And can you see how much it hurts? But half of this episode really, really worked for me. And then, my God, they just had to go and do it. They just had to do it with the second half. Here we are again. So, if that isn't intriguing you, before you did, and guys and girls, just give me a chance after the scroll to tell you about the good stuff before you press the dislike button and I start slating the second half. Come on, guys. Come on. Join me after the scroll. Come on, I dare you. I bet you're disliking me now, aren't you? Bonjour. So, this episode of AHSOKA, do you know what makes it really good? She's not in it a lot. Who knew that Dismal Minus would do a show with the character whose name is on the title isn't in it a lot? I've been waiting for this. And it's good because we don't see a lot of Rosario Dawson. There's a little bit at the beginning with the space whales. All really unnecessary, to be fair, because it's kind of like what we saw at the end of episode 5. So you get 2 minutes before the credits or before the AHSOKA title card, whatever it is, because they have about 3 pre-credits, don't they, in this show. And then they reach the planet where Thrawn and Ezra are. Cool. So they come out of the hyperspace. The Witch and Ray and Blondie and Sabine. Right, they're all on their hyperspace ring. Because we don't see AHSOKA and Wu-Tang anymore. Which is, like I say, which is good. But it does take ages. But what is done well, they do take their time with this, to be fair. The build up. This should have really been the 3rd episode at most, really. This would have been stonking if they'd have set this up and the story was about the return of Thrawn rather than AHSOKA gives Ezra a cuddle. That's the story so far. But no, because I tell you what, the witches in this, the Great Mothers, and Ray Stevenson kind of gives you all the backstory you need in between these scenes. He doesn't do anything other than ramble on with a load of old backstory. But it is necessary, to be fair, in this episode, and it does kind of work. But I would still say it's a waste. You could have done this in episodes. They really have wasted their time. Anyway, this is the good stuff. This is the good shit. How they've done this planet is so atmospheric. I just enjoyed the bleakness of where they are at the end, at the edge of the galaxy, the outer rim of the galaxy, however they've described this. And it's all ancient. And they have done it really well. And the Great Mothers, when they turn up, these 3 women, these witches, excellent. How they've done their voices, which is a classic, double voice, echo voice kind of thing. But I just love the way they've done them. It just brought another moody edge to it. But then we get Tin Hattie go, more witches, and you think okay, we can see they're witches. We don't need you to say more witches. And again, the dialogue, we can't escape the dialogue, guys. We just can't, and that's a shame. But it wasn't enough to spoil it. To be fair, because then we get the arrival of Thrawn and the his starship, whatever you call it, space destroyer, star cruiser, whatever it is, and it was done really well. It was properly moody, and then coming down, sitting itself on the column where the witches are, and the reveal of the stormtroopers and where they've all been in exile. Now, I don't know. I'm sure my old mate Taters is going to tell me about what Legion of Stormtroopers this is, and I don't know a few of their names and nicknames, and you know how long they've worked for the Empire and all that. But for me, the reveal of the Stormtroopers in all of their kind of weathered kit, and how some of them had customised their kit, especially his old Thrawn's second in command with the kind of Romanesque mask. Tell you what, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And you didn't have a stormtrooper stepping up saying, oh, this is because we've been in exile and we've had to fight many battles and we've had to find food and forage for ourselves. No, they just left it. Thank God for that. So you've just got a legion or whatever you call them of stormtroopers. Yes, the star cruisers come down. You see the reveal of all the stormtroopers, and yes, and now the music was good, and then Thrawn steps up. Great actor. I know he was the voice actor in the cartoons, so that's a nice nod to the super fans. And I haven't done the cartoons as much as I should have, but what I have done is read the books and the graphic novels with Thrawn. So The Heir to the Empire and that latest graphic novel about one of the other books of his origin and all that. And this is a great actor, and he's writing character. For me, he was just a great Thrawn. Maybe a little bit too slow at times. You know, not everyone who's intelligent talks. That's why I talk so quick. Shut up. Anyway, that was done. I really did enjoy it, and I thought, what am I going to do this week for my review? What am I going to do? I'm going to have to say it's awesome. To be fair, that too late, but really well done. I just enjoyed it. I just it did kind of more or less cracked on. You know what's coming, but the second half, and it was more or less exactly half. I looked at the time. More or less exactly half is the Sabine show, which we kind of all agreed that's what was coming. But what a stupid, absolute stupid. Just spoils it. You're watching like you're on a high. Thrawn's arrived, that Stormtrooper Legion's arrived, and you're thinking, oh my God, you know, when they get back through the hyperspace after they've loaded all the witches' cargo on, and the witches are going to be with them and all the rest of it, you're thinking, oh my God. Now, so Sabine's let loose on a little horse dog thing, animal, that she somehow knows how to control and ride. She gets attacked in the wasteland. So she's gone off to find on this planet, on the other side of the universe. In the wasteland. She's rode out into the wasteland on this horse dog to go and find Ezra. She has got her guns and her lightsaber out and her little tracker. Excellent. I hope it's a small planet. But as luck would have it, after a quick attack from some wasteland ne'er-do-wells, which was such a poorly choreographed fight scene. There's a point where she gives someone a kick and it looks like about 3 foot away, and there's a bloke who stands there with a stick who literally waits. He waits for her to chop it in half with a lightsaber, and then he stands there, and it's almost as if you can hear the director going, "Now run away!" And he turns and runs away really slowly. Oh, such a bad scene. And now, so she's had this fight, but now she's talking to the horse dog like a pet. Like I don't know. Now she's going, you run away. Because he ran away just before the battle. And I thought, where did all this come? Where did he suddenly become like a domesticated pet? So she's going, no. So she's in the middle of the wasteland on an unknown planet, trying to look for Ezra Miller, and she tells this horse dog to go away. And this is where it should have been a cartoon. This is Filoni. Just stick with the cartoons, mate, because there's a little cartoony scene where you see the empty screen where she tells him to go away and he goes, oh, and kind of, walks off the other way. And then Sabine walks that way. And then, guess what? He chases after her. God. And then she wanders in. The horse dog, they're friends again now. She gives it one last chance. The horse dog starts licking a rock and he can smell something. And he can smell the new merchandising opportunity for Disney, which are these little bug creatures with rocks for their back, like little hermit crabs that are the new Ewoks. Because they're all cute and they talk all cute. And do you know what? And heavy spoiler alert here, guys, heavy. Do you know what? This little hermit crab, little frog creature, Ezra's only in his village, ain't he? So she's landed on this unknown planet at the other end of the universe. It's taken her 15 minutes to find Ezra. And I know years have passed, and I know Taters and all your gang are going to love that moment where she gives him a cuddle. But I'll tell you what, for everyone else, it literally means nothing. It literally means not a job. So there we have it. The Toto, I think they're Toto because they keep saying Toto. I don't know if that's a nod to the Wizard of Oz and the little dog, but I don't know. But they're the Toto rock people. And yes, they have got Southeast Asian accents to their voice. Definitely the new Ewoks. 100%. And just as annoying. I think we're going to have to get into that one next week because do you know what? This week, I just really, and bear with me, I really enjoyed that first 20 minutes of this show. Apart from AHSOKA folding her arms at the beginning when she was with Wu-Tang. But other than that, they get to that planet. And do you know what? I'm going to end it there, Star Wars fans. Dismal minor Star Wars fans. Must be my haircut, maybe a bit too close. And it's affected me this week. But yes, I did enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed that first 20 minutes. There we go. It's on record. Quote me if you see me at a Comic-Con. And on that note, I will bid you all adios.